The sun was setting behind the dense canopy of trees, casting long shadows that danced across the forest floor. My partner, Emily, and I had decided on a spontaneous camping trip, eager to escape the chaos of our everyday lives. We had packed the car with all the essentials: a tent, sleeping bags, a cooler filled with snacks, and a small portable stove. The air was crisp, and the scent of pine filled my lungs as we hiked deeper into the woods, the sound of our boots crunching on the fallen leaves echoing in the stillness. We found the perfect clearing, a small patch of earth that felt secluded yet welcoming. The trees formed a natural boundary, and the ground was soft with moss. As we set up our tent, laughter bubbled between us, the kind that only comes from shared moments of adventure. With the sun dipping lower, we lit a fire and settled around the crackling flames, the warmth wrapping around us like a comforting blanket. The flickering light cast eerie shadows, and I couldn't help but feel a twinge of unease as the darkness enveloped the woods. After a dinner of roasted marshmallows and hastily made sandwiches, we leaned back against the cool earth, gazing up at the stars peeking through the branches. It was peaceful, yet a strange tension hung in the air, as if the forest itself was holding its breath. Emily, ever the storyteller, began recounting tales of the woods, legends of lost hikers and whispers in the night. I chuckled nervously, trying to shake off the creeping chill that had settled in my bones. As the fire dwindled to glowing embers, a thick silence fell over us. The sounds of the forest faded, replaced by an unsettling quiet that made my skin prickle. I glanced at Emily, who was now staring into the darkness, her eyes wide and unblinking. "Did you hear that?" she whispered, her voice barely above a breath. I strained to listen, but all I could hear was the soft rustle of leaves in the breeze. "I didn't hear anything," I replied, though a knot of anxiety twisted in my stomach. Just then, a low sound echoed through the trees, a distant rustling that sent a shiver down my spine. It was unlike any animal I'd ever heard, a low growl mixed with a series of sharp, clattering noises. My heart raced as I turned to Emily, who was now visibly shaken. "What if it's a bear?" she asked, her voice trembling. I tried to reassure her, recalling the safety tips we had read about before our trip. "Bears are usually more afraid of us than we are of them. We just need to stay calm," I said, though I wasn't entirely convinced myself. We decided to retreat into the tent, the thin fabric offering little comfort against the encroaching darkness. As we zipped up the entrance, I could hear the sound again, closer this time. It was a rhythmic thumping, almost like footsteps, but not quite. Emily and I exchanged worried glances, the flickering light of our lantern casting eerie shadows on the tent walls. I could feel the tension between us, a silent acknowledgement that we were not alone. Hours passed in uneasy silence, our breaths shallow as we listened intently for any signs of movement outside. The thumping continued, now accompanied by a series of low, guttural sounds that sent chills racing down my spine. I wanted to dismiss it as the wind, or perhaps a deer, but deep down, I knew something was out there, something that didn't belong. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the woods, followed by a series of frantic rustling sounds. My heart pounded in my chest as I instinctively reached foe. Subscribe for more.